Noon the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Odie has joined us as we begin a Wednesday.
Hump day! We told y'all it was coming. And there it is, halfway through the week already.
We are. We've had a long night. As you're waking up, there's a lot of things that happened in the streets of Meridian last night. And I want to be clear about this, Odie. I think we need to be honest with everybody when we fear, or not, maybe not the word is fear, but sense more is coming. I do believe that we're going to have more crime in the up and coming days. We've had 2 murders this month. They're really close. And there's probably going to be more of this. It's going to be retaliation. You go, oh, I couldn't get hurt. Well, you need to watch my video that we done last night in the streets of Meridian when gunfire broke out because 2 people were mad at one another.
So you're saying that we ought to look at history and see how it plays out, because in the past, when you've had activities such as this, it's always escalated over the last 3 or 4 or 5 days. Now, I'm not saying just don't go nowhere.
No, we're not saying that.
As always, no matter what, head on a swivel. Know what's around you. Know what's going on all the way around you. If you're going to a store, come out of the door knowing where your car's at. Have your keys already ready. It's just being safe. But don't let this stop you from going out and living your life, especially if you have the Lord Jesus Christ on your side. Don't fear. He will walk with you through the valley of death. But we're not there, so...
use some common sense is what I'm getting here.
Use common sense, yeah.
Of where you go. And we'll show you on a map where all of this began and we started following it. It was just one thing after another last night. And again, I do expect more to come with this, Odie, over the coming days. And it doesn't, as we know, there's no time. Used to, years ago, you could say, well, all that stuff, bad stuff happens after midnight. Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
The murder that happened at Burger King would be somewhere around noon. He has been taken into custody. We were there on the scene for that as that began yesterday. And we'll tell you more about that this morning as we get to all of that. Getting a few birthdays in, I see.
We're getting a couple of them come in. So if you've got a birthday or an anniversary, go ahead and get those in. We've got a few already on the sheet. But good morning to everyone. Miss Sheila. Benjamin out there from the East Bank Enterprise. Look at there, Miss Melanie. We got your name.
There you are.
So, yeah, good morning to everybody.
As I mentioned tonight in the first show, we brought it up. Last night, Florida put to death an inmate that had been on death row for a while. Mississippi's oldest, and it could be the oldest in the state in the U.S.
Yeah.
He is 79 years old. He committed a murder in 1976. He was found guilty and sentenced in 1977.
Now, he wasn't just found guilty, but now he admitted to this as well, correct?
Oh, yeah. He kidnapped a banker's wife and then held her for ransom, and then he took her life, and that is what he is in jail for. This is a serious crime, and tonight, somewhere a little after 6 is when it most likely will happen. The governor, and let me just show you what the governor had to say about this. And he's just point blank on this, as they've called him. He says, this is a somber responsibility and one that nobody enjoys, but it is responsibility I take seriously as a part of the oath I took to faithfully discharge the duties of governor. Justice must be done, and in Mississippi, justice will be done. That tells you that there is not going to be a stay of execution. They will continue out their job tonight and end this that happened so many years ago.
I just... And I don't know. I mean, that's something. What were the reasons? But if you are sentenced to death and you own up to what you did,
well, he was found guilty without.
Why did it take so long
Well, I can answer that. It was an appeal, a lawyer, and it just kept going and going.
And that's where our system needs to be overhauled. You want an appeal, you earn one, you got one. I have no problem with that. Come on, let's get this done now. Nope, you lost it. Next one, you got 30 days.
And who does this fall under in the state of Mississippi that decides these laws, whether it's legal?
Department of Justice, I would go for.
I would love to interview one of them and find out more of this, of what the red tape is that causes all of this over and over.
And there may be a legitimate answer, but us living in real Linda don't really.
Yeah, it's not fair, whatever.
No, but it's not. Death row. He confessed. I got a problem. I've got a problem with that, and I think it needs to be took up with the law.
We need some changes.
Law writers, and we need to change this. We need to get this done. You know, a lot of people ask the questions. Well, I thought we had a speedy trial. Well, you can have one, but now if I go hire you for an attorney, you're going to sit there and go to court and say, Judge, I need a continuance. Well, and then they're going to say, okay, well, the next one we got's in 8 months. We'll take it. And in 8 months, you go back, Judge, we need a continuance. We're still working on some stuff.
But okay, a lot of this has to do, Odie, with people going to courtrooms with issues that don't really need to be there. Frivolous. And I think all that needs to end.
I'm with you.
That would unclog
100%.
Things.
Yes, it would. You mean like that fella who went and made some coffee while he drove his Winnebago?
That would be.
And didn't have a driver, and he's, I thought it had autopilot. Ding, ding, ding. You don't need a driver's license at all.
Nope. And that's just a small example of the. Is the word idiocy? Is that a word?
It will be today.
Okay, we made it one.
Maybe I need to run for the House of Representatives.
Well, there you go. Heat advisory in effect today through 7 p.m. is what we're expecting. We're going to be right back, and we're going to dive off into this, show you a map where all of this began. It's up and coming here in just a moment.
We are at downtown Meridian at Meridian Shoe Factory on 22nd Avenue. They are having a one-time closeout sale on all their old inventory to make room for their new inventory. They have slashed their prices from $40 to $30 to even $20. And for every shoe you buy, your name gets put in the raffle to win a wonderful prize at the end of this month. Come see them Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 to 2.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie as we embark on a Wednesday morning as we have the 10th homicide of the year in Meridian, Mississippi. 10. Now, with the numbers that we have added, that added one more homicide to 10 last night, 2 more people were also shot during this. So, Odie, that gives us 32 people who have been shot and wounded since January the 1st during the Smith administration.
We're on the verge of halfway through this year. A few more days, and we're at 10?
At 10
murders, not 10 deaths. We've had more deaths.
Oh, yeah, there's been a lot.
Due to guns. But This is the 10th murder.
What we have here, and if you'll remember from last year, best I can remember, and I've got it all the statistics for the last few years, but we had 11 homicides last year. We're already at 10 this year, and we're only halfway through the year. So this could be... Wow. Now, one of the biggest that we had was after Chris Reed left office, the murders increased to 17 that year, if I remember correctly. I think there were 3 that year so far so it was half a year that it just... We'll see what becomes of this. This could be. Let's go to the scene from where all of this.
Betty from Grand Isle, New England, is sitting here watching us.
Whoever's in New England.
Woo! Good morning, and thank you for being with us. Man, that's the way up
Sure,
there.
that's not Nebraska.
No, I don't know. Where's Grand Isle at? We're redneck down here, and I might not know what my NE. Is that Nebraska? What is New England? Is my geology that off? I got West Lauderdale education.
New England, isn't that just a group of states? Whoever's in New England is through you. Doesn't that represent several states? I don't think so. I don't know.
We need to go back to school. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? Obviously not.
I may not be. That could be.
Let's go to something we do know.
Let's go to 46th Avenue, and this is how it was last night as we pulled up on scene here to take a look at this. Here it is as the police are on scene as we hit, let me show you this. Police are combing the area, and if you'll notice here to the left, they're going to be going through this 46th Avenue and 25th Street is where this is. They're looking for shell casings out here as we pan back around, Odie. There's the police there as they comb the area there in the grass looking for evidence all throughout this area. Let me show you some more still pictures of what we've got here with the police on scene. And that's how it looked early this morning. That's what we had. Now let me show you on a map where this actually happened at as we go to a map here. Here's Royal Road right here. As you go down Royal Road, you would take this, I believe it's right here, the third left, this 46th Avenue. And this more or less dead ends right here. This is about where the murder took place last night.
Now, it's been 3 or 4 years or something like that, but where you were at, if you took a left where that little dead end was.
Right here?
Yeah. I want to say in that wooded area there was a body was found.
I believe you're right.
I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. I couldn't take a left because it was blocked by the police, and I was hung here, and we had that's a very thin road there. It's skinny, to say the least. Nebraska.
And it is. I've had some people, and I went to Uncle Google, and Uncle Google corrected me, and then they also said, you were right. New England is a region, and NE is Nebraska. So thank you for watching from Nebraska. It's early in the morning. He's actually had more sleep than me this time. He has not been to bed at all on Wednesday.
We ain't got England over here. We got rid of them folks. Remember that?
Well, it's just coming to my mind right now.
But we had that go on last night. In this home that we just showed you, 3 people would be shot. We have one that was pronounced deceased at the scene at that moment. We had 2 people that were shot. I know one of those, I was standing there when the helicopter landed to fly them out for emergency surgery. I think, the best of my knowledge of what we saw last night, they should pull through. But again, it's not in my hands, and sometimes other things happen. We'll follow up today to see how everybody's doing, and hopefully they'll pull through this. A senseless act, what we were told at the moment that it happened. It was a man dressed in all black carrying a rifle that did this, Odie. Wow. He was on foot. He didn't escape in a car. And at that point, he was not captured when I got back here around 3 this morning. I'm pretty sure police know who he is at this point and should be following up with an arrest shortly if he can be found.
They'll find him.
And again, this is one of those to where the last 2 murders we have, it's been no doubt as to who done it, especially the one at Burger King. They knew immediately who did this. It was a tie-in, and they knew who it was.
And they found him yesterday.
Right. Yeah, and we'll get to that story. We got footage of that.
Yeah.
Now, as this was going on, this had several mixes going on with it. From there, let me jump over here. From there, wait a minute. I'm trying to get my line of sequences that happen. I'm missing something. Aha.
There we go.
The next thing that would happen as that murder had just taken place, the alarm went off. There was a fire. And Odie, this would be just off of Grand Avenue as we go here to take a look at the fire. Let's hit on this. And we had a home smoking there as the Meridain Fire Department arrived on scene to get this extinguished, as you can tell.
Now, is someone living in that home?
I believe it was abandoned.
Because you've got a window boarded up there.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's abandoned. Now, it got a little bit, and I want to use the word, I guess, hairy at that moment. It got a little bit hairy as we come over, and from there, and this is the way I've always handled this. Now, Meridian is a small town. Yeah. If you go to a hospital, you got two choices. We never give out when someone is rushed to a hospital from a shooting, so it doesn't give away what hospital it is. But, let me also throw in that but. It's figured out very quickly, and a large group of people usually show up at a hospital. When a shooting victim arrives at a hospital, it's on lockdown immediately.
No one in, no one out. Doesn't matter if you're there visiting, you are not going to leave.
That's correct. And again, 99% of the time, we never ever show all that. Does it matter? I'm not sure that it really does, because as I just said, they know where that person has been taken. Yeah. But the reason we've never given it is not to, in case someone wanted to do harm at a hospital, we've never given that. As I was over there at the fire there, it would come out that there is gunfire in downtown Meridian. And it was gunfire. It was at the hospital, Odie, as an argument. A large group of crowd. It was said there's a large group here arguing. The next thing you know, gunfire has broke out, and it quickly spread across the parking lot. And let me show you here. And I'm going to move this forward in a minute as we'll show you how the Meridian Police Department reacts to things. Never, and I told Odie this before we went live, never bring a cigarette lighter to a gunfight. And you go, what are you talking about? An argument broke loose in the parking lot, and one of the guys pulled out a cigarette lighter and acted as though it was a weapon and pointed it at the other one. Well, guess what? The other one actually had a weapon, and he wasn't taking it.
Well,
gunfire broke out down through the middle of the emergency room parking lot. Bang, 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 bang. I'm going to go anywhere from 15 to 20 to maybe 25 rounds fired.
Ooh.
A minimum of a dozen, minimal. I talked to a couple guys there, and they said we were running. And they said all we could see was fire coming out the end of the barrel, and we didn't want to get hit.
Well, they did the right thing.
Correct. And here we are. Let me hit play, and I'm going to move this forward because Odie, this is as they've taken two people into custody. They got them up against the car, and let me also add this in there. As I was leaving the murder scene, this car pulled up to the murder scene, and it was a one-way street. I was trying to turn around, and there was just nowhere to turn around, so I had to shimmy around in the middle of the street, and I looked to my left, and this car was coming at a high rate of speed toward me, and I thought, oof.
Let me get out of the way.
I got to get this thing in reverse. So I got out of the way, and the car slides up to the scene, and it was this group of people. Now, they were concerned because I think they knew the people that were hurt.
Yeah.
They were not there to cause further problems. They came because they knew that family. And then I had gone the opposite way to go to that fire, and apparently they got to that area before I did. And the argument broke out, and it was the same car that was at the murder scene that I was at. And as we go, let me hit play here. And the guy that I brought up with a cigarette lighter, he is spotted. And you want to talk about a takedown? We're just going to watch what the Meridian Police Department.
At a gunfight, and you point anything? Probably was not the smartest move to have made.
Now, as you'll see here, there were several people taken into custody, and I'm talking in the background on this, so it could be some double talking here. As you'll see here, this guy here, there's somebody else in the background here. Let me slide over a little bit further. As you'll see there's 2 people now taken into custody. Now again, let me say this on these things. We don't know what anybody is charged with at this point. Weapons were fired. They were taken into custody. There's several charges. And were police officers present? They sure were. Will there be a threat against a police officer added to that? We'll wait to see.
It should be. If there was an officer in the vicinity and you're shooting, it should be. And here goes along my lines. If you start shooting a weapon and there's a bunch of people around, that's attempted murder in Odie's eyes for everybody that was in the vicinity in there that you could have ended a life unnecessarily. It's time to get straight. It's time to buckle down. It's time to sit here and get this crap off our streets, and the only way to do it is by, what did Trump say? Strength and
you gotta make some arrests.
You've got to, and it's time to take care of them. And if they can't live on their own, then we'll take care of them behind bars.
Now, this is the guy that had the cigarette lighter that he thought was a weapon. Let me just show y'all just how this works. I watch this police car here, and again, I may be talking in the background on this. That's him in the middle of the street.
I got to go.
You're fixing to see some other cars come out pretty quickly.
Uh-oh. So he's not running yet. Now he's running.
There he goes. There goes another one running after him.
Mm-hmm. Something caught his attention.
About right there. And then here comes the rest of everybody coming.
That's what I'm talking about, CC. Peace by strength. And that's the strength of the entire community coming together and supporting the men and women of our law enforcement while they're doing their job, but coming together as one for the betterment of our entire community.
Now, let me answer this. These shots were fired downtown. I don't know where that lead went. I have no idea if it bounced, if it went up in the... I don't know where. There's bound to be a building.
Somewhere, a rooftop, something.
But the Meridain Police Department would take this guy, and they moved quickly. He was apprehended quickly. And again, this is all unfolding. I want to say this was around 2 a.m. roughly. And you'd be shocked how many people are up at 2 a.m.
Well, yeah, because the phone went ding, Scotty Ray's live. Yeah, they're awake.
It kind of shocked me. It was something there to watch. And then here is, after this guy is taken into custody, let me go back and show you this. This is the parking lot where it all unfolded. And these are called teepees, are they not? Mm-hmm. Let me show this right here. Each one of these represents a hull from a weapon that's been thrown out of either a semi-automatic or a fully. I don't know what was used. That happened before I got there. But it's a lot there, and as you'll see, everything's roped off, and the shells went all these areas there. Let me turn this on where you can get a good look here. Car involved there, police on scene, and again, it was neutralized, everything handled in the end. But keep this in mind, and I want everybody to know this because this is a prime example. When we put out that someone has been struck, that is taken to a local hospital for medical care, don't go there.
Yeah, it might not be the best choice.
Because this is what ends up, it's usually a large group that will show up because they're worried about who's inside. Mm-hmm. And then somebody, maybe in the parking lot, they don't like. Then they commence to arguing, and gunfire can erupt in the parking lot of a hospital. So if you're in a hospital or traveling to one and we bring this up, back off. If you're inside, stay in a room, just stay a little bit longer and wait till it all passes. And don't go in the parking lot. If you see it coming, leave. It's just best to do that for your safety.
Yeah, that's it. Just be smart.
I'm looking for some words here, Odie, and I ain't never seen anything like it. I promise you, in the 6 years since I've done this, street by street and chasing, that was a first of how ugly it can be there.
I can imagine. I did see your bulletproof vest on.
Absolutely. I'd have wore another one if I could have got to it in time.
If you see something, say something. Call 911. If you don't want your name released, your information, I guarantee you, will not be put out anywhere at any time. Your name, you don't have to just say, I don't want to get involved, I don't want to give you my name. But information given to solve all these cases is what it's going to take to clean up. It's going to take community. And I know some people are sitting there, we talked about this the other day, scared of retaliation if you say something. It can be a secret. No one will ever know. But we've got to start somewhere to clean our streets up. Crime Stoppers.
I had a thought there, and I'm not going there. Let me show you, as this happened, how accidents happen. As the police were responding to the hospital to help other officers, we had a boo-boo. We had an officer run off the road, and into the bushes he went.
And he's okay, I hope.
Yeah, he's okay. He was
deal.
trapped for a few minutes there.
Well, I mean, it'd take me a little while to gather my thoughts for...
Meridian Fire Department jumped right on in and pulled an officer out of that. And that's something bounced up into his undercarriage, as you can see there. Here's a different view of that, and just flat upside down.
Baby Duck, you be careful. She works at Rush. You be careful.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, everybody.
I saw a lot of people being, and I have to say this with the Rush security, Oshner Rush, however you want to word it now, they were extremely nice and helpful to everybody there. A big thank you to the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. They were there backing up the Meridian Police Department. And Metro was hard at it as well also, as they were on scene, as they helped get all of this together. And
it's awesome to see everybody working together.
And they did last night. It was a unity of everybody pulling together, making this stuff work. And it was I have to say this, I had absolutely no problems. Everybody was as nice as they could be. I did my job, they did their job, and no one yelled at each other. And that's the way it should have been the last 4 years. Should have been. Nice group of guys that pulled this shift here. Can't thank them enough for everything that they do for our communities there.
You said that was Rush Hospital. Then you come back and say, well, it's Oshner. It's going to always be Rush Hospital. I can't train myself. It's like there's certain stores out there. I don't care what's on the outside of it. It's a superstar.
You still calling Outback Gaylords, hush.
That's true.
then
even a Kmart, every now and then, it flooded twice.
I have seen that area. But you're right. It's hard to quit saying Superstop.
Remember Seymour the fish? You and old Seymour was pretty close there for a while.
We done a lot together. Then, but whoever bought that just didn't seem to know what Glenn DeWeese knew of how to run a business and keep it clean and coffee, and it's changed hands several times.
And that little fish, I mean, between that little fish at the gas pump and you giving away concerts, I went to Daggum Superstop.
It was a good story. And again, Glenn was such a nice guy. And his whole organization of the people that worked for him were local, and they took care of you. Again, here in the last few weeks, all that's changed names again. And I forget what that name was on the sign that I saw the other day.
Break Time.
Nope, not that one. 22nd Avenue, that was a Sefco. It's got a new name up there.
It's not Break Time?
No, Break Time is an offshoot of some of those locations that were individually owned, and it's still shut down. Break Time is.
I thought that was more than one, but I did see the one on top of the hill change the name, but I thought it was Break Time.
No, not Break Time, but I don't know that Double Take is what she's saying. Double Take, everybody.
Double Quick?
Double Quick.
Take, Double Quick?
Something like that.
Double Quick.
Okay.
Maybe that's what, because it's got red letters, I think, now.
And I'm trying to decide, I quit spending money with them. I'll be quite honest with you. I would not step into a Sefco for the way we were treated there one afternoon when there was a disturbance. We had employees that worked there that were beyond beyond ugly.
Well, do me one
As they
favor.
were hanging out with their friend that had the quart of beer and saying very ugly things to us. So
And wouldn't check out. No.
yeah, so we decided not to spend any money with them. It's changed ownership now. Maybe we'll stop by and say hello one day. I don't know. It's got to earn my business back.
There you go. But for the love of all mankind,
What?
do something with the coffee.
Is it bad?
I wouldn't. It was so bad I wouldn't even pour it out.
Well,
It was bad. Oh.
And you see, and then you've got another local branch, Burns and Burns. Their stores are clean. Maples is clean. They take care of you.
Maple's got good coffee. Go find out how they make theirs, because I like their coffee.
Sometimes out-of-towners don't do as well as they should there. Customer service goes a long way with each of us. You want to smile, it doesn't matter what you're selling. And pay close attention to this, no matter what you're selling, whether it's a car, it's some clothing, shoes, a smile goes a long way with people that want to do repeat business with you.
I don't remember her name, but she worked
please.
at... we didn't get that far.
Okay.
But she worked at the Superstop there on 19, the closed break time or whatever. And I went in every day.
Did you marry her?
No.
Okay.
She never was in a bad mood. Everybody that came in, she said hey to. She welcomed them. If you were a regular, like that was back in the days where I smoked Marlboro Reds, you walk in and she, look, hey Odie, one or two. I
Yeah,
just
waiting
one
on you.
today. That's what we need back in all our restaurants. Oh, that burns me up. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, local customer service goes a long way bringing customers back.
Colton says he gets his coffee at Burns and Burns by the airport. Nice folks. We'll be right back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie as we do. I was talking to Greg yesterday, and I got a phone call. And they said, where are you? And I said, well, I'm talking to Greg. And they said, well, you need to be 8th Street. And I said, why? It says a bunch of men wearing masks with bulletproof vests. And I said, oh. And that's about what I said was, oof. And off to the races we went, because I figured what it was. They were after a murder suspect, and they were serving the search warrant to take him into custody. This would be 29th Avenue, Odie, and we would find them at 16th, in between 16th and 17th Street on 29th Avenue.
Oh, wow.
As you'll see, we had a detective car blocking the road there as we arrived on scene. And then it got a little bit more serious up there. Never mind the mattresses there. Don't let that take your vision away from what's going on behind them.
Getting new furniture.
That's right. As I slide this across, let me get this up there. This is where, in this house right here is where it would happen. This is the guy that was responsible for the murder that took place at Burger King last Saturday morning. Now, again, they knew all along who it was, and we were given a picture of the guy. Here he is after he's been taken into custody at the Meridian Police Department. That is your Burger King murder suspect. The chief did send out something there on this. And, again, we can't pronounce his name. Kiwantovas, maybe, Dean. Dean is his last name, so we'll just refer to him as Dean. Has been taken into custody. Sad situation for a 21-year-old to lose his life in broad daylight around noon in the parking lot of a restaurant, and that happened in Meridian. And that's why we say always know where you're going, what you're doing, so we'll keep your head on a swivel and watch folks around you.
I don't know if her name was Judy or not. I can't remember. It doesn't really ring a bell. Judy doesn't really sound right, but she was one of the nicest people. When you walk into a store, I don't know if I know she had gotten upset at one time or another. Had to have been. Everybody has a bad day, but she never brought it to work with her.
Well, Ernest T didn't. He just kept saying Judy, 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 Judy.
Now
that was funny. I don't care who you are.
Now, Coca-Cola, one of our best sponsors. We talked about Burns and Burns, and we talked about Maples. Go by there, 20-ounce Barks, Fanta, and Mellow Yellow, and Pills, $1.99 for the rest of the month. I mean, through September 1st.
Oh, September 1st. You
can
get that at either store?
$1.99. You can get that at Burns and Burns, Maples.
That's a good deal.
So go stock up. Be nice.
I was sniffing out a Chick-fil-A near me yesterday, and what is that? It's those guys wearing bulletproof vests again, and what was that? A Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department deputy running across I-20. Well, that got my attention, and I thought, well, where's my camera? Let me get out. We had a car, Odie, that the tag didn't match the car. And so then they got boxed in, so they had no other choice but to run. That they felt they had to go. I got to run to keep from hiding.
I fought the law and the law won.
As you can tell, we've got a Jerome Lee that is showing up on scene. He wouldn't let the car. No. And I said, did he run from you? He goes, didn't run from me. I caught him. That's Jerome. If y'all have ever met Jerome, you don't mess with him or Cameron. They seem to get you there.
Yeah, and they got both of them covered from the highway to the SO.
McQueen on the scene as well.
Oh, man.
Some great guys that we're telling you about here. And then the rest of the police force showed up. Everybody took their lunch break and came on out as the parking lot kept filling up with car after car after car.
You know, talking about that Chick-fil-A, we need to ask Brian. Is he building a 2-story store?
That thing's big, isn't it?
Golly!
Right next to the Popo department. This is where the suspect across I-20 would run. And it was a foot chase over there.
He was hungry.
He must have been. Here they are, as he was taken into custody across the highway there. And he would be transported back to meet his friend over that went and hid in the bathroom.
If you're hungry, come on, we got 3 hots and a cot.
Made it to the Hampton Inn. That was the situation that we had yesterday. If you're wondering why there was such a police presence. Now, I have not found out about the tag, why it was swapped, what the deal was. It got kind of busy after that, and I had a busy afternoon. Ooh. But those are the signs that will send you to jail. That happens a lot there. We also had an accident where this is a new Tahoe completely really taken out there, 8th Street and 45th Avenue. 4-way signs were up late yesterday afternoon acting, as you'll see here. See how that Tahoe is picked up in the back right there? That's your box. And as you can tell, it has some front-end damage. It has some airbags deployed, and now it is up for parts somewhere.
Can you get anything off of it?
Well, it is white, isn't it?
You got some new brakes.
Yeah.
So you don't need them right now.
No, I'm good there, but lots of parts there.
Yeah.
So a Tahoe taken out, and they're going to repair that light as quickly as they can. That was a humdinger of a wreck there. That happened there yesterday. Let's see. I ran up on Odie at another wreck yesterday.
Yeah, it was hot.
Ooh, let me rewind this bean footage. And we'll pause this. This is I-20, mile marker 126.
126, yep, eastbound.
And as we go here, let's hit play here. Just take a look. Airbags deployed. We're going to go ahead and call that one gone as well. Mississippi Highway Patrol arrived on scene. Otis standing there. As we go through a few of these pictures, just to show you a little bit closer view, that's gone.
Yeah, he hit the, don't know what happened. He hit the right side of the bridge at the opposite end and then come to a stop there. Up in Tupelo. There's a class going on here in Meridian. We've got some law enforcement officers from around the state here. And one of them was going to Newton to visit his in-laws since he was in town. Mm-hmm. And on his way, he saw that happen, and he actually stopped, checked on them, called it in to get us out there. So thank you for him stepping up. Not anywhere near his jurisdiction, but he's part of. It's in his heart. It's in his blood. He stopped to help this family out until we could get on scene.
You done that at a donut shop one time, didn't you?
I sure
done
have.
Your civic duty.
You know, I mean, there was 2 left, and I needed to go ahead and get them for somebody that didn't need them. Got them.
Yeah, we're going to check into when that new. We got to do another cow report with the cow from Chick-fil-A to see when that is going to be finished there.
And I want to know. I think it's going to be 2-story because that place gets. Ooh.
Oh, it does, but that building is right. I don't know what's in there.
I don't either. But
swinging cows, you think?
It could be.
We'll find out.
It's not going to be. I know a couple of y'all said it. It's not going to be Chris Reed.
Oh no. That's
we're going to have some new blood. And now look, all these. But I know we've got this new council coming in. June 30th is when they're going to swear everybody in. Is that correct?
That's when the mayor will be sworn in.
The mayor.
And then the following morning. They will vote on his appointees at the meeting, the council meeting.
This is something that we need to take serious. Every mayor has a right to bring in whoever they want to lead, and
what that will happen. These are the folks that will be sworn in here from the city council, along with the mayor: Elliott Brewer, Dwayne Davis, Tracy Timms, Ramondo Walker, and Dustin Hill. Will be sworn in and take the oath to do their best.
Now, Mr. Ramondo Walker and Dwayne Davis are
incumbents.
They had served last year, and so now Elliott Brewer, Tracy Timms, and Dustin Hill are all of your new members for the city council. So
first time
mayor, new city council, basically. It's going to be good.
10 a.m., which is going to be next Tuesday, isn't that? Next Monday. That'd be Monday, wouldn't it? The 30th?
Yeah.
Because Friday is the 4th, so that'll be Monday that will take.
Tuesday. Tuesday, yeah, the 30th is Monday.
Correct.
And then Tuesday morning for the meeting, July 1st. So, man, golly.
Time is flying.
Moving straight on through. We fixing to be in July.
Yeah, as you bring that up, this is coming, Otis.
Wow.
4th of July celebration coming with, of course, Scott McQuaig will be performing along with the Tomcats, JC Experience, and Grayson Culpepper.
Grayson Culpepper, he is a great up-and-coming kid. Yes, he is. And then old McQuaig there, go get him, Scott. And so who's our other entertainer?
It's going to be JC Experience.
JC Experience. It's going to be great.
The 4th. And I don't know what is, sometimes I don't know what is meant by things, but a line that is in here, I don't know who's doing it. It says at 9 p.m. a very special version of America will play. I don't know what that means, and I've been asked that several times.
And getting their fireworks. Now that's going to be a beautiful, awesome professional show. But I know many of y'all like to put on your own fireworks show. Well, where do you go get fireworks?
We'll talk about that.
Ooh. My bad.
We'll be right back.
Spring is here. It's time to get your lawn looking its best with Kubota mowers. Parish Tractor's Kubota Z232 KW42 is the perfect mower for a pristine lawn. And now, you can own one with payments as low as $95 a month. Visit Parish Tractor today and take advantage of this amazing offer. 2.99% APR financing now through 6/30/25. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
More than a tractor store.
Hi, this is Nick at Doc's Toyota, and we are excited to put you in a new Toyota today. We have no dealer markup, no hidden fees, no hassle, and our inventory is always priced to move. Our top-notch sales department and first-class service after the sale guarantees you a fast and comfortable buying experience like you've never had. So come see why month after month, more and more customers have chose to buy from Doc's Toyota. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia at docstoyota.com or on Facebook. And remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Welcome back. This was that day that Custer learned a pretty tough lesson there.
Way back when.
1876, the Battle of Little Bighorn happened today. Anybody know what I'm talking about? A history lesson there.
Well, they don't teach history anymore. So.
He sure thought he was pretty.
Maybe this is the only place you can get history.
Carly Simon. Now, it's not my type. Not my type at all, but I do remember hearing this as a kid over and over. You're so vain, I bet you think the song is about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Well, she was born today, back in 43. She was a good-looking girl.
If you say so.
For her time.
Was you being facetious?
Well, I mean, for her time, things looked a little different back then.
Look,
JJ.
Dynamite.
Jimmy Walker, born on today in 1947.
Yeah.
He would go on to be it's JJ.
JJ.
He done other parts, but no one will ever know him but for that.
Yeah.
1963, definitely not my type at all.
Greg watched him. I think he had a haircut like it back when he had hair.
Didn't he do Wham first and then he would do his own?
I'll take your word for it.
And they wore the Izod matching shirts, it seems like, those Wham
sure.
boys. I think, I could be wrong with this. Was George Michael a part of Wham before he was done? Because he did, what was that song? Faith, Gotta Have Faith, Faith, Faith.
Okay. Now, I like the song, but I didn't know if that was him or not.
I think that's who that is, and I'm almost certain he was a part of that little group of the pretty boys that wore the tennis shorts and Izod shirts that said Wham on it.
I'm not real good with names and the names of songs and the groups and the who-alls in them. I just like the music. So I don't know. Somebody out there in SRR land is going to have to tell us. So James says, yes, you're correct. So there you go.
I don't think there's many people that if you weren't to say the line of, I got a good woman at home, but sometimes she just ain't always around. Would know what I'm talking about, as Hank Williams Jr. released it today. Whiskey Bent and Hellbound.
Oof.
I like me some Hank.
I like some Hank.
I think I know probably about 49 of those albums word for word. We didn't have a whole lot to do in Kemper County as a kid.
You could watch the train.
We did that too and sang Hank Jr. on the bleachers.
Did you sing it out loud?
Out loud as we could. Nobody else could sing either.
So that was what you call harmony.
1984. Does Fort Worth ever cross your mind? Cold Fort Worth beer just ain't no good for jealous. I tried it night after night. George Strait, 1984. If y'all believe that, that's been a long time ago.
Wow, 84.
Hard to believe that. Now, this may be more of what you're.
I mean, I liked Prince. When doves cry.
I mean, it was okay. A little red Corvette. I guess this. He released the album that would become a movie, and it was humongous of the Purple Rain. Now, again, he was never near what Michael Jackson was, and he wanted to be what Michael Jackson was,
but he
never reached
talent,
it.
But no, and there's a lot of people out there that are awesome, but to reach the level that Michael Jackson, I don't know if that will ever be topped.
There's three people in this world. I guess you could go four. When the very first craze for a musician began, it was Jimmy Rogers. The next person that would really be bigger than life would be Hank Williams, followed by Elvis Presley, and then Michael Jackson. I think that's the progression of what we've had. Prince, you get in.
His talent. He had a talent for writing. He had a talent for singing. And I'd say he's up that way.
You partying like it's 1999?
I just don't. I don't think Michael Jackson's going to be topped.
Tell me this: what was the meaning of she wore a raspberry beret? It says it. I know, but it said it over and over in the song, and I've never understood what the song was about.
I guess she looked good in the beret.
Raspberry beret.
That's what I'll go.
The kind
with
you find at a five and dime. Is that what it said?
A secondhand store.
A secondhand store. There's worse out there. I know that.
13 platinum albums.
That one sold 25 million. Woo, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Rook Road.
This is before he went to jail.
Right before, well, he was doing Samsonite commercials at this time.
I forgot about that.
He was running.
How'd you remember that?
I remember the stupid stuff.
Monday Night Football. Frank Gifford, wasn't his wife on television back then with...
yeah, she did the Believe It or Not, and then Regis for Kathy Lee.
Yeah.
And...
Didn't he get caught on an airplane with somebody that he shouldn't have been talking to?
He got caught fishing in the pond. It wasn't his.
I thought something like that went on there. She kept him, though, didn't she?
Well, this would the money he had.
This would be a day that forever changed George Strait, and you parents out there will certainly understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was 1986 that he would lose his little girl. We would learn that Jennifer was her name, and she lost her. It was three or four of them in a car wreck that happened. San Marcos, Texas is where that happened, and sad day that happened. Baby blue was the color of her eyes.
Man.
The face.
This dude right here.
You have to. This needs a warning label. Doug Stone had a song called "They Should Put Warning Songs on those old sad country songs." This is a face that needs one. Well, I love it.
He has something going on. I don't know what it is.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
The biggest selling poster of all time. It is. It's just touching. Everybody had this poster. I've still got it on a T-shirt. Farrah Fawcett would pass away today back in 2009. Can you? That's just so hard to believe she's gone. Farrah was just the all-American girl next door. Lee Majors married her. And then she'd hook up with that Ryan O'Neal guy, wasn't it?
Something like that. Yeah.
And then, at the same time, we would lose this one as we brought up. Michael Jackson passed away in 2009 also.
2009?
Can you believe it's been that long?
No.
My, oh my, oh my. Also, if you ever watched The Bodyguard, and Angie gets mad at me because I'll stop every time I see it and I have to watch it. It's addictive, like Con Air. You can't go past it, or Smoking the Bandit. There's a handful of movies that you do that with. But this guy who played her manager, Bill Cobbs was his name, passed away last year, 1 year ago today. So that's what happened in this day in history there.
He's played in quite a few movies.
Yeah, great actor.
Yes, he was.
Liked him a whole lot. We got a little bit more to talk about. Don't y'all rush off. We'll be right back.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Well, we're back.
And here we are. It's us again.
We are live and hard at it. We got a benefit, Odie, that we need to bring up.
Yes, we do.
And this needs a little help here. Let me show you this, what this is about here. Benefit for Michael Malone will be held at C. and Brakeman Park. It's going to be Saturday. They're going to block the street off, and they're going to be selling some plates for this big event there. Hope you can make it down. $20 entry to be in this 50-50 raffle. They got a lot going on with it, trying to raise some funds to help somebody out.
This is a great guy, great family. Supports volunteer fire department out at Russell. His family is part of that and is always helping the community, and now we're asking the community to go out and help him during this time. So go by there and check that out and get some chicken. And
That's
a
right.
50-50 raffle.
It is.
Yeah, you cannot win if you're not in.
You sat up all night thinking that, did you?
It just come to. I was a poet and didn't know it.
Somebody sent me a text just then while we were struggling to come on, asked me a question about last night, and it made me laugh because I was there's a hole down there too on the edge of the street in case you're ever wandering around at 2 a.m.
Is that where he was wallered in?
That was when the phone went whoo. I found the hole, and then I walked up. There's a homeless person sleeping in the grass next to the hole that I fell in.
Where'd you woke him up, did it?
Oh no, didn't bother him one bit that I was there and all the gun. Odie, that's what gunfire broke out and that guy never got up.
Well, he was safer down there at ground level.
He was awake. He was okay, but he never moved, never done nothing.
Did he know who you were?
No, I don't think so. Well, he didn't wake up to look.
He didn't say, Scotty Ray, get out of my house.
It's gotten so bad that the homeless sleep through shootings now.
Oh, man.
Man, did we bring up gators? Folks, this is coming here. This is your last week to get your application in for private land alligator season. Mississippi Wildlife Department applications will remain open through July 1 to get yours.
Yeah. So get you a permit.
Get yours so you won't be their lunch.
I'll swim with a shark. I ain't swimming
Man, I think back as
alligator.
a kid, we'd go fishing and wade off into a pond and get out there. I wouldn't do that now for nothing.
Well, it's because you can't swim.
Well, that's true, too.
We'll get you a lot.
Once upon a time.
We didn't think about stuff like that, did we?
No, it just didn't.
Yeah.
Cowboy hat was sticking up out of the trench lines. That's kind of how it was there. We had a tree fall there. It wasn't a big one, but hey, it still fell there.
That blocked 2 lanes of travel.
That'll take out your Camry.
Yeah, it will.
The lower the car is, the worse it is on things like that. Possums just really mess up cars. And ask Chad, he'll tell you all about that.
Possum on a half shell's not real good either.
Humpty Dumpty has to put it back together again.
Yeah.
You're right there on that half shell. It will do that. So that was a few of the headlines that went on yesterday. We're going to be behind the scenes working on all this throughout the day to make sure that you're aware of everything that goes on in our community as it happens. It's important to know not 10 hours later what happened, but to know when there's a danger. Whatever that danger is, from a cow to, well, gunfire, we got it covered in all angles. We'll be here for you.
Well, I tell you, I've been going down the road and run through a pack of cows, and they'll tear some stuff up. So if there's a cow out and you tell people, hey, there's a cow out, it's for their safety. And the cow wants to be on TV.
I can remember riding with somebody and I said, cow, do you think they slowed down? We met a cow. We met a cow.
You know I've swam in Kemper Lake. We used to go there. Baby duck, she's saying there's alligators over there.
Probably is.
Tell us about the hat. I served on board USS Incheon as an at-sea fire party, and this is just my hat. Most everybody you see's got blue on, and then that's the standard hat. USS Incheon LPH-12 was.
So why is yours red?
Because I was fire party.
Oh, I thought they threw you off or something. Everybody gets a red hat.
So with red is fire party.
Okay.
That was a ticket to eat at midnight. You had this hat, you got front of the line, privileges on the ship, and you got to eat mid-rats. And
if there was a fire, they threw you out first.
And then you went down there and made sure that you were awake at all times.
And Robert, I have seen cows total out, especially when you go to feed a cow, they can bump into a Chevrolet truck and squish it.
Well, what are you feeding him from the truck for?
Hay. You go in with that hay, and they want it then. They don't want to wait till you unload it.
You should have threw some out as a
roll through
temptation.
there with a couple of 300 pounds of corn on the tailgate and see what happens.
You better throw it off. That cow can run, huh?
Them fellas are big.
So Elsie was coming?
I've done a lot of cow business when I was a young fella. Thank goodness I'm not doing it. That's tough work, y'all, being a cattleman.
I used to hay. I hated the hay.
That is not good. I don't care who you are. Now, I hope you're not having to chunk hay this time of year.
I do too. Because that was, I don't know. Now I look back, hey, I had fun. I learned. But boy, at the time.
It's tough. Let's do some birthdays, Odie.
Birthdays. Golly, is it that time? We've got Beverly Davidson's got a birthday. Melanie Stahl. Donna Hawthorne White. Ashley Lewis. Barbara Cullum. Ronnie and Kristen Turk celebrated 25-year anniversary yesterday. And Carrie K. Hoggs, 41 years young today. So happy birthday, happy anniversary to everyone out there. We hope y'all have a wonderful day.
All right, well, that's the way it is. We'll do this all again beginning tomorrow. Again, remember today is going to be warm. 97 with a heat index of 103. We have a heat advisory through 7 p.m. Work early or work late. Do it smart. That midday stuff will get you. Dehydrate you.
Man, get you that Dasani water. That's some pretty good stuff.
It is. It's great water. If you're outside and you get a little dizzy, go on inside, cool off. Do this. Don't stay out there too late. We don't want anything to happen to you. All right. We need
Hannah McMahon and her husband Brandon 3-year anniversary today. And Andrea Godwin, she have a birthday today.
Well, 3 years. They still like one another, don't they?
Yeah, they're still getting along. Yeah, something like it. All right, let's see where's the good Lord going to take us. All the way to Matthew 5. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Whew. I tell you, there's nothing like having the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ leading us every single day. And in this day and time, that's somebody we need to talk to. Put his hand of protection over each and every one of us as we start the day. Start the day with him. It will change your attitude, give you a better outlook on life, and his protection throughout your travels. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thursday, dang, that's Friday Eve already tomorrow. Until then, y'all have a wonderful day. We love you. We will see you later.
One final birthday, Miss Rita Taylor Flint, celebrating her 70th birthday today.
Oh, look at there. Happy birthday. Late coming in, but that's okay.
All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow.